아리랑 고개로 넘어간다.
나를 버리고 가시는 님은 심리도 못 가서 발탈한다.
It was 60 years ago. Just turning 20, he was in Korea. Korea was a battleground. He gathered his fallen comrades' bodies and buried them. That was his duty. And he's still searching for his comrades.
This is Lieutenant Curtis. He won the Victoria Cross. It was the highest award that Britain could award to a soldier for bravery. He was killed in Korea. Oh, it touches me. It touches me because some of these people I probably shook hands with, but I don't know them as friends. But some of these people I've probably met. So by collecting the photographs, I always feel I've got all the friends. Because when I go to the cemetery, I treat them as my brothers. I treat them as my brothers.
The song's always been with him.
Arirang, arirang, ariku. Da 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 di da 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 di. Do da di da 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 do. Do da do 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 da da di da da do. We would go to the villages around Busan where the war was not actually broken out, and they would sing this song for us, the children. When I hear the song Arirang, it always reminds me of the suffering of the men, women and children in Korea and of the soldiers. And of course, when you hear people like that suffering and they can sing this song, it's sort of a patriotic song, an anthem. And it seems to heal the wounds of the Korean War. And every time I listen to the song, it fills me with pride, and it makes me feel good, and makes me feel that I've done something in Korea.
Like Arirang, the memories of war have remained with him through time. These local Korean War veterans meet once a month. They're James's longtime friends and reliable supporters. the war dead James is searching for are also their comrades.
As the first member of this
Today, they thank James for his many years of hard work.
to organise the British Korean veterans.
Over the years, I've been coming here since September 1978, and I've seen different people come and go here, and I'm very proud to be part of this branch. It's the best and finest branch the British Korean veterans ever had. Thank you very much.
Is there somebody who have heard of this song Arirang during the war in Korea?
A song remains etched in their memory of the war. It's Arirang. Though they did not understand its lyrics, they learned it quickly.
You will be tired before you walk the last smile.
So yeah, we could hear it in Seoul, in Chon, but I think the first time I heard it properly on the record was in Tokyo.
Adi-dong, you know, it just sticks in your head, you know, because of the children singing to us, you know, and we were like 19 years old age, you know, 19, 20, 23, but the children, there's only little tiny children singing to us, you know, and it just sticks in your brain, you know, it's just one of them things in Korea. You don't worry about the shells and the bombs coming down, you just think, them children are singing to us.
Arirang was a ray of hope on the battlefields, where life and death intertwined. This is Ethiopia. It was the only African nation to take part in the Korean War. Many Korean War veterans live in the Korean village. The children learning Korean are the descendants of Korean War veterans. They sing Arirang with confidence. The Korea their grandfathers encountered 60 years ago was a nation of poverty and despair. Today, it is a nation of hope they'd like to visit.
ምክንያቱም እዛ ኮሪያ ሀገር ሄጄ የምማረው ኮምፒውተር ምናምን አሁን ለምሳሌ እዛ ሄጄ በመማርበት ሰዓት ከዚህ የበለጠ እዛ ትምህርት ስላለ የበለጠ አሁን ለምሳሌ ዶክትሬቴን እዛ ባጠና እዛ ወይም የመስራት እድል ይኖረኛል ወይም ደግሞ እዚህ ሀገር መጥቼ ኮሪያ ሆስፒታል ማለት ነው እዛ በመቀጠር ቤተሰቦቼ ምናምን ለመርዳት ስለምፈልግ ነው።
Ethiopian soldiers were known as gallant warriors who never retreated. While their glory years have long passed, their pride hasn't faded. Just like this poignant song.
Arirang gogero nomokanda 나를 버리고 가시는 님은 시민도 모가서 발표한다.
የህዝቡ አቀባበል የእጅ አነሳሱ የሁሉ ስሜት አሁንም አለ። የነሱ ጋር የነበራቸው ሁኔታ ለኛ አቀባበል በዚህ ሁሉ እናስታውሳቸዋለን። ማንም እኛን አቋርጦ መሄድ የለም። እኛን ሲያገኙ እጅ ነስተው ነው ሁሉ ነገር በጣም አሳምረው ነው የሚቀበሉንም የምንቀበላቸውም። እኛም ካለን ነገር ሁሉ ለነሱ የሚያስፈልገውን አድርገን ነው። ሁሉ ነገር አለን፣ ሁሉን ነገር አካፍለን ነው። ምንም ወደ ኋላ የምንልበት አልነበረንም። ብዙ ነገር አለን እና በምግብም ሆነ በልብስ
The nation was divided and a brutal war ensued. Its effects were real and devastating to the civilians who had to endure it. The 38th parallel is a sad reminder of the now forbidden land that lies beyond. Arirang was a song of hope to those who had to weep in silence.
두세 쪽이 나누는데 38선은 깨어지면은 한 덩이로 뭉친다. 아리랑 아리랑 아라리요 아리랑 고개로 나를 넘겨주게.
The war dragged on. It was important not only to kill enemies, but also to boost troop morale. Music was an important means of commanding the troops, and Arirang was at the heart of it all. These musical scores were used during the war. Among the 100 or so scores, many include Arirang in their titles. The English scores were used by the military bands of the UN forces. There are 5 scores, organized by instrument and theme. Arirang was a part of the military music repertoire by the South Korean and UN forces. Because every Korean knows Arirang, it was a powerful military song.
그러니까 아리랑 환타지는 저녁에 안정을 취하기 위해서 연주한 음악일 수 있고, 아리랑 마치는 뭐 그야말로 행진가고요. 또 요 그냥 느리게라고 표시했고 아리랑으로 된 것은 아마도 산화한 전우를 보낼 때 장성곡으로 연주된 것이 아닌가 하는 생각입니다. 그래서 이렇게 다양한 악보가 확인된다는 것은 아리랑이 군대에서 전쟁 중에 여러 기능으로 불려졌다는 것을 알려준다고 생각합니다.
The 1953 version of Arirang was the 7th Infantry's score.
이 악보가
They will recreate the Arirang of the war with the original score.
있긴 합니다만 여기 악기 이름이죠?
이게 지금 파트보 같은데
예.
요거 여기 보시면 이게 클라리넷이라고 돼 있고
아 그러네 악기 이름이
예 이거는 피콜로라고 돼 있습니다.
아 피콜로.
예,
네.
It's not a full score, so they rely on the original song to deduce the arrangement. What was Arirang like during wartime? The war was halted, but never ended. The line of division still remains, in place 60 years after the armistice. Guns and antagonism bar entry, but Arirang was musical ammunition that could cross this hostile divide. Sometimes, the most effective weapon against the suffering enemy wasn't weapons. It was music, like Arirang. Im-su, an artist, visits Imjingak. He has vivid memories of wartime psychological operations. The PSYOP squad designed and disseminated leaflets and posters urging enemy troops to surrender. 5 Chinese soldiers surrendered with his drawings in their hands. Im was awarded a commander citation for it. He also played Arirang on the harmonica in front of loudspeakers pointed at enemy positions.
그 아리랑 내가 불어가지고 그걸 거기서 연달아 불었는데 저쪽에서 적지에서 소리가 들려요. 그래가지고 갓나 새끼 하모니카 잘 부네, 눈물 나오게 부네, 그런 소리까지 들었어요. 아리랑을 들은 사람이 넘어왔었어요. 넘어와가지고 자기가 실토 얘기를 하는데 아리랑 그 듣고 울었대요. 자기가 울었다고. 왜 우리 같은 민족끼리 이게 촛불을 켜놓아야 되나? 에라, 난 저쪽으로 가야 되겠다. 아리랑을 마음대로 부를 수 있는 나라로 가겠다. 이게 자기의 소신이래요. 그래서 왔다 그러더라고.
As military music and as a psychological tool, Arirang was the most widely heard song during the Korean War.
The Bob Hope Show.
The war served to make Arirang known to the world. Many singers, musicians, and actors visited Korea to boost troop morale. Arirang was added to the USO repertoire to entertain and comfort. Visiting musicians liked the song and included Arirang in their albums. Oscar Pettiford, a leading U.S. jazz musician, came to perform in Incheon in 1951. Enthralled by the Arirang his translator whistled, he released a jazz arrangement of the song. Arirang was a musical memento of Korea. UN troops took home Arirang handkerchiefs and albums. Arirang was a song they learned in a war-torn country. It was Korea's song as well as their own.
우리가 뭐 애국가라든지 어려운 걸 부르면 아무리 해도 안 되는데 아리랑만 하면 쉽게 따라 부르고 흥미있어하고 재미있어하고 또 쉽게 외우고 그래서 난 뭐 그 흑인들한테도 아리랑을 여럿이 가르친 일도 있고 소대원들한테도 가르친 일이 있고 하여튼 그 아리랑은 정말 그 친밀감이 있고 그 가사가 쉬운 데다가 곡이 또 따라 부르기가 쉬우니까 그 한국 왔던 선물로는 아리랑 가르치는 게 최고의 선물이 될 것 같아.
During the war, most Arirang-related products were made in Japan. Japanese singers had already recorded Arirang in the 1930s. Postcards featuring Arirang lyrics were popular. Many UN soldiers encountered Arirang in Japan. UN soldiers trained in Japan prior to their tour of duty in Korea, and also passed through Japan on their way back home. There were Arirang performances and souvenirs for them. English language adaptations were especially popular.
일본에서 하나의 6.25 전쟁 당시에 아리랑 시장이 형성이 됐었어요. 그러니까 아리랑을 넣어야지만 유엔군들이 일본을 거쳐서 나갈 때 이걸 사간다더라 하는 소문이 나고 하니까 이제 모든 음반 속에는 아리랑이라고 하는 노래가 들어간 SP 음반이 꼭꼭 들어가게 되었던 거죠. 그러다 보니 이제 유엔군들이 거기서 산 음반이 각국으로 퍼졌고 그것이 아리랑이 공간 확산되는 그런 결과를 낳았던 거죠.
Sukawara Suzuko was a key contributor to the global dissemination of Arirang. This 1951 record includes her rendition of Arirang. It was a celebrated album in Japan and among UN troops. The sadness in her voice was said to go well with Arirang.
아리랑 아리랑 아라리요 아리랑 고개로 넘어간다 히토요恋に命をかけて
She sang this 62 years ago, and it's still emotional and poignant.
アリランの内容は全然わからないのですけれども、その旋律がメロディーがよくて、やっぱり東洋の音楽こちらのなんかどっかこう共通する音がございましてね、親しみを感じましたし、すっごくズキンズキンとくるんですよ胸に。それでアリランラララで歌っていても。歌詞がなくてもここはこういうふうに静かに歌った方がいい、ここは高くこう強く歌っても大丈夫だとかそういうの分かるんですね。本当にあれを歌わせていただけたことは嬉しゅうございましたですね。アリランアリランアラリヨアリラン高原のなんだ私なんか同じような国へ帰りたい、こうしたい、ああしたいっていう気持ちの方々がちょっと多かったように思いますね。だからアリランというメロディーを聞かれた時に気持ちが一つになったんではないかしらと思います。 だからとても和やかで、終わってからもみんな手取り合って流れておいででしたから、私も胸がいっぱいになりましたしね、そういうふうになるとよろしいわね。
While the Korean nation is divided, Arirang knows no borders. This collection of songs was published by China during the Korean War. Included is Milyang Arirang. It comes to show Arirang was widely sung in North Korea and among the Korean diaspora, and was known even in China. The words to Arirang are among the farewell messages from the hospital staff to a Czechoslovakian medical team. The joint security area manages the world's longest truce. Time stood still here 60 years ago. Here, the two sides meet face to face, but still with wariness and distrust. On July 27, 1953, 3 years after the outbreak of the war, the UN Command and North Korea signed the Korean Armistice Agreement, establishing the demilitarized zone and the military demarcation line. The war called for a ceasefire. There were no winners nor losers, only destruction and despair. Yet both sides played Arirang.
휴전 회담을 하고 나서 사인을 하고 양측으로 나가면서 정말 양측 미군 측과 북한 중공군 측에서 서로 다 자기들이 승리했다라는 의미로서 의전음악대가 아리랑을 연주했을 수도 있고, 이제 저 같은 민족주의의 입장에서 볼 때는 당사자의 남한이 빠졌지만 결국 이 휴전선에 대한 최종적인 매듭을 짓는 것은 결국 남한과 북한이다. 이런 것들을 암암리에 서로 공감했기 때문에 아리랑을 연주한 것이 아닌가 이렇게 생각합니다.
The Freedom Bridge is a passageway linking the two Koreas. On August 5, 1953, the exchange of POWs began. It was a hastily built wooden bridge, but it was a bridge to freedom for some 90,000 POWs. And the song that greeted them was none other than Arirang.
그러니까 북한군 포로와 반공 포로가 여기 집결해서 양측에서 서로 심리전으로 유도를 하는 것이죠. 북한에서는 돌아와라고 하는 것이고, 우리 남측에서는 너희들의 생명은 유엔군이 보존할 것이다. 아니면 남측에서 보존해 줄 것이다. 이렇게 얘기하는 것이죠. 그런 심리적인 과정에서 아리랑이라고 하는 것은 고향을 생각하고 부모를 생각하게 하는 그런 심리적인 효과가 있으니까 아마 붙들어 두겠다라는 그런 의미가 되겠죠. 그래서 이제 이 다리를 건너면서 북한 포로들은 우리 거제도 같은 데서 주었던 옷을 다 벗어서 던지면서 북한으로 가면서 아리랑을 부르는 경우가 있었고, 또 하나는 반공 포로들, 나는 북한으로 돌아가지 않겠다라고 하는 사람들은 북한은 풍년이 들어도 배고파 못 산다, 이런 아리랑을 부르면서 동료들을 서로 말리는 아리랑을 불렀던 것이고.
With the cessation of hostilities, thick barbed wire fences were raised. The 250-kilometer DMZ, extending 2 kilometers each from the two Koreas, covers some 1 billion square meters. The DMZ belongs to neither Koreas. It's a land of coexistence.
아리랑 아리랑 하라리요 발선 슬프도다 큰 뜻을 품고도 말 못하나 나면서 벙어리 되란 말가 아리랑 아리랑 아라리요 아리랑 38선 그만두자 나라를 위하여 싸운 마음 슬프다 강물에 뛰고 말자 아리랑 아리랑 아라리요
2013, 60 years after the war, Korea is barely recognizable. All that remains unchanged are the names of their fallen comrades. They have probably been watching Korea's transformation from up above.
Okay. We grew up together in Hawaii. When he went in the service, he was 17 years old. Because we were young and we had no work, he joined the service. After basic training, he went to Japan. He got stationed in Japan. When the Korean War started, he was with the first group of Americans to come to Korea, and he was one of the first Hawaiians to get killed. I'm sorry, I got emotional. Yeah, he was the first Hawaiian, I think, to get killed in the Korean War.
They felt guilty for being the ones to survive. The land of their comrades' sacrifice. But peace has come, and they hope their comrades are now smiling. So many years have passed, but they still remember the song.
Arirang, 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 arirang.
It's sort of happy and sad. Yeah. We used to sing that all the time.
Really?
Yes. With the Koreans and the rest of the soldiers. We used to sing that all the time.
아리동 아리동 아리고개 아리동 보내라 이알반다. We first heard the tune, and it's a very fetching tune, a very lovely tune. So yes, it sticks in the memory because it's nice and easy to sing.
This might be his last visit. General Rowney commanded the Incheon landing and the Hungnam evacuation. Currently 96, he will remember the song until the day he dies.
고맙습니다. I learned it first time right after I went into Incheon, and I met some of the Korean soldiers fighting there, and I heard them singing it, and I joined it. Also on Christmas Eve, 1950, we sang that on the ships when we brought 100,000 North Koreans down from Hungnam down to Busan to escape away from the Chinese, and on this ship here they were crowded, standing close together, man to man, woman to woman, and they're singing the same Arirang, so I remember that.
He's a Turkish.
James is a British Korean War
And then
veteran.
Australia.
He's brought a photo.
New Zealand, is it?
The comrade in the photo died during the war, and his daughter was born fatherless. James searched high and low for the comrade's photo.
I was at the burial of probably more than 100 in this cemetery from 1951 to 52. It's because I've seen them being buried that I feel it's my duty to come back and pay my respects to my comrades here. Arirang, 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 no.
James wishes to be buried here, next to his comrades, with whom he fought to protect this land. There's a plot saved for him.
We're now on the island in the UN cemetery at Busan, and it's very hopeful that when my time on this earth comes to close, they will allow my ashes to be buried around this area here on the island. It's a very nice thing to know that I'll be near to my brothers in the cemetery.
Arirang is a song that both sides sing, but they can no longer sing it together. Yinbian in China's Jilin province is a Korean autonomous prefecture. Born in Gyeongsang-do, he came to China when he was 10. During the Chinese Civil War, ethnic Koreans in China contributed to the victory of Mao Zedong's Communist Party of China. In 1949, upon Kim Il-sung's request, Mao Zedong transferred the Chinese Korean troops before the war. They were elite and experienced soldiers. They were to fight the U.S. and help North Korea.
먼저 가서 경상남도 울산 포항까지 갔다가 대구 마산 항거졌대. 내 살아서 고향은 경상남도 울산이니까 그때 10살이면 철에 들었어. 아우 내 지금도 그 고향 집 앞에 길이랑 학교랑 다 나와. 그립죠? 대단히 그립지. 근데 그 철령서 찍어서 갤링.
He was born in the South, but served in the North's military.
이제 집에 가겠는데 사진 안에.
And Arirang was a song that made him think of home.
내가 대표라고 모든 아리랑 아리랑 아라리요 아리랑 고개를 넘어간다 가다가 힘들면 쉬었다가 가고 오늘 못 가면 내일이 가보세나.
Whether friend or foe, the memory of the war is the same. They too were scared and despondent. Only a few Korean Chinese soldiers who served in the North Korean army remain.
죽자고 살아서 만나니까 대단히 기쁘지요. 죽음터에서 살아왔으니까. 아리랑 아리랑 아라리요 아리랑 고개를 넘어간다 나를 버리고
They've settled down abroad, but the song's still part of their very being. They hoped for harmony. They wanted peace as one. But the war failed to make their dreams come true.
세바라도 통일되면 우리는 눈 감고 죽겠습니다.
이유가 뭐죠?
야, 말하기 걸려. 세상에 전쟁 움직여도 야, 이분들이 고생을 세게 해준다. 군대 우리는 군대니까 이렇지만요. 그 정도는 살에 싹 올라가고 먹지 못하고 많이 마셔. 우리 남북조선 무지개 이게 갈라져서 말하기를 빨리빨리 통일돼야지.
Ironically, the fight for unity brought upon the divide. But Arirang, like a river, still flows on. Time stood still here with the war. Some never made it back, home or elsewhere. They've lain here, nameless, for 60 years with the earth and the winds. They were South Korean, UN, and North Korean soldiers during the war. But now, with guns withdrawn, they lie together, side by side. This land must honor them by doing away with despair and division and promoting peace and reconciliation, like Arirang has done.
남과 북이 정치적이긴 하지만 단일팀 단가로 합의했거든요. 이것은 어떤 면에서 부분적인 앞당긴 통일이라고 보는 것이거든요. 그래서 뭐 앞질러 얘기한다면은 통일 후의 국가, 내셔널 하임은 아리랑이 제1안이다. 이런 면에서 우리가 아리랑에 대해서는 그 통일성을 갖는다고 보는 것이죠.
아리랑이라고 하는 것은 북한 사람들을 만나서 또 북한 쪽을 왕래하는 사람을 만나든 또 해외 디아스포라로 인해서 흩어져 있던 우리 민족을 만나든 아리랑이라고 하는 것을 부르면은 거기서 누구래도 뭐 이념의 문제라든지 또 어떤 정치적인 문제라든지 이런 걸 가지고 서로 시비를 걸려고 하지는 않잖아요. 그렇다고 본다면은 우리가 어떤 민족이 화해하고 통일하고 또 이러는 과정에서 아리랑은 굉장히 중요한 역할을 할 수 있는 노래라고 보죠.
And Arirang became kind of an unofficial anthem. 40 years ago, when Japan took over Korea and tried to make a colony out of it, they abolished the singing, made it a prison offense to sing any patriotic songs. And today is sung in both North and South Korea, a symbol of unity in an otherwise divided country. Arirang, Arirang, Ario, sing the hill.
You should be together. You should be together. Nobody should be fighting. All be happy. I know it I know it can't happen, but I hope one day it does. All get to sing Arirang. I'll come over and sing with you.
남북이 화해해서 남북 통일이 돼서 앞으로 우리 후손들이 잘 살아갈 수 있는 이런 나라가 됐으면 좋겠는데.
Oh, my countrymen, why are your voices hushed?
전체적으로 평화적으로 그래야 된다. 싸움에서 해결하려고 하면 대학도 죽고 다 죽고 무슨 죽은 후에 통일이야 뭘 합니까?
So it's hopeful that we have to look forward to the next stage after the Korean War, and hopeful that the unification will come. It will come. Probably long after I'm gone, but I'm almost convinced it will come in time. Yeah.
Endless the sorrow we know in our life.